Hello, welcome back to PiperDoug on the prairie. Welcome back, all those out in YouTube land. I'm still alive, I'm still here. Just back from a holiday, and quite an eventful holiday, but enjoyable. I don't know, people would probably have seen me talking on Dave Jagger, hi Dave, Dave Jagger's page that we just narrowly missed a tornado. Truly scary, but yeah, home, and it's blinking hot, bloody blinking hot. It's around about 30 degrees, which I know everybody in the UK is getting a little bit of that, but not for long. But over here, we're going to have a week of it, up to I think 37 or 38 degrees, and you add to that the humidex, makes it feel just that much more disgusting. It's going to be like in the low 40s and around about there, but today's actually not too bad, but it's quite overcast. I don't know if you'll be able to make that, probably not. It's very overcast because there's actually smoke in the air around here from Alberta and BC from the forest fires. Yeah. That's a long way, that's thousands of kilometers, but yeah, it makes it all the way here. But anyway, updates. I am going to do an update in the car, but I'm going to show you why there hasn't been an update in the car. I've been, and I managed to find parts. So I've got doors, a pair of doors actually, really nice ones, a new hood bonnet. I've got a trunk lid, like a boot lid, but I don't need it, but I will need it for a future project. Windows, got a whole bunch of stuff. So once I have time, that project is gonna just get going. But I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna put this because I've made my own head cam system here. So I'm gonna show you why it's been so. Yeah, you like this? We're marshmallow farmers now. Yeah. So yeah, big massive marshmallows, and you put them through a machine and you squeeze them into the tiny. That's it's called haylage. It's not silage, and it's not hay. It's a little bit damper than hay, but cows love it, love it, love it a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna put my head cam on. So yeah, been making hay bales. Yeah, making hay bales, and as you can see, there's a lot of hay bales. But as you can see that, and then lo and behold, there's another row. And as you get round the corner here, and you can see back, the row goes all the way back to there, and there's another row. And you look down there and it goes all the way back to there. So yeah, a lot of bales. I think we're at around about 600 bales so far, and that's just first cut. And right here is going to be where the next silage pit's going to be, because every year, like you can see the corn crop out here, high trucks, corn's not quite fully grown yet. It's about, on average, about 6 feet tall, all the way up to about 9 feet. But this here is where that silage will go. That is last year's silage right there. Looks a bit awful, but you take the surface off and it's fine. This is what's left of last year's edges and stuff. That will get thrown in the spreader and spread out. And then, yeah, so we did quite a lot of the marshmallows, as you can see there. Cedars parked for the year. The other tractor was out doing some fallow work. Workshops there. The yard. So everything is just a complete and utter explosion in color. Cows are away at the bottom of the farm, probably in amongst trees trying to keep cool because it is so hot. Oh, there's a couple of children. Probably mine. That's my neighbor's canola. It was really late planted, and that's why it's still flowering. But we're about to start cutting ours. Next week we'll be cutting our canola. So you're going to get some footage of that. So, oh, there's Michael, there's my dog. Let's see, he's part wolf, so he does really well keeping the coyotes at bay. And his brother, Gable, they're both part wolf, part husky, black lab, and border collie. We got them from the dog pound. Yeah, very inviting pool at the moment. So we've got some work going on. We're doing some drainage here. The workshop has stuff in it, but it still doesn't have power. There is a reason for that, because we have to underground the power all the way back to the pole. But I had a guy here just measuring everything to give me a quote for the next section of the job, like putting the wire underground and putting the electrical panel in the workshop and doing all that good stuff. Because where he's undergrounding the wire is where, oh, you can see the cows away in the distance there. Where he's undergrounding the wire, we will be pouring some concrete, because we're going to be putting in some bins. So the underground wire needs to go in before that. So this is what I've been busy doing in between trying to make hay and coming back from holiday. And for those who are not versed in cattle farming, what you do is, at the end of the season when the cows go out to pasture, what you do is, I'll try and turn the tractor here. What you do is you pile like that. So that stuff there will end up looking like that, and then all the gooey juices, they end up dripping out to drain into the we have these pipes underneath the corrals, and then all the water from the poop drains out into these pipes, and then they go out to there's a lagoon way beyond the trees over there. So we dug these pipes underneath the corrals, so the effluent, and the nice word for it, drains out and goes away off to there, and then what you're left with behind is more dry, sort of a compostable material. It spreads a lot easier, and it weighs less, so you can really heap it up into the spreader. So that's what I'm doing. I am loading this crap up into the windrows for it to dry out, so once harvest is over, that's one of the fall jobs, is getting this all spread out in the fields. Once the crop's off, this gets spread out there and worked in. And it also helps keep the flies down, because it's so bad with flies here, this with the heat and with the stank. Yeah, flies are everywhere. Just, it's annoying everybody. So I'm gonna put you back up here and carry on with a little bit of the piling. Hopefully not bore you too much. And I'll try and remember, because when I was doing this in the swather, I apologize to everybody that got seasick. I didn't realize that my head was bobbing around side to side, and sort of, it was kind of, I didn't realize I was doing as bad anyway. So yeah, this is a really good job for these hot days. Get in the tractor and just turn the air conditioning on and just pile away. Yeah, see, even as you drop it onto the pile, you kind of shake it, and it sort of breaks it up. And that's one of the big keys, and hopefully you guys can see this. That's one of the keys to making compost, is you have to introduce air to the material, and that causes it to break down. It gets the bacteria, the microbes, gets them all working. So yeah, this, like, we have concrete here for the cows to stand on, and then there we go up there and down that side, and that's where we lay the silage for the cows to eat that stuff in the pile there. We have a machine that mixes the silage up and delivers it out. Definitely a machine you never want to fall into, because all it is a whole bunch of big spinning shafts with blades and whatnot. Kind of an apocalyptic zombie crusher machine. So so yeah, this the tractor we're in right now, if I haven't already said this at some point, this is the T6.180. Now, we had the 145, the 6.145 before, and that was the one that we had so much trouble with. The loader was abysmal. They'd gone with a fancy electronic loader, and they didn't realize that the cold climate up here in Canada, in the prairies, it's not friendly to plastics and rubber, like the coatings on the wire. So what ended up happening was, as you were using the joystick down here, the coating on the wire would break, and then the wires would short out, and then you'd be left with nothing. No, the bucket wouldn't work, nothing would work. So now they've gone back to the traditional joystick cable actuated spool valves, which is over there. And plus this tractor's a little bit bigger, so it has a fair bit more grunt about it. So anyway, so this is what I'm doing. I'm not deed. I didn't get sucked up in the tornado and away with Dorothy and Toto and all the rest of them. So I am gonna sign off for now, and there will be more updates coming fairly close together, because like I said, the weekend, probably Monday, I'll be swathing canola, so I'll take you along for a ride in that. It's the same machine that I was cutting hay with, except it's the bigger header. It's a 30-foot header. So yeah, when I get going with that, I'll take you for a ride along, give you a walk around the machine, show you that part working. And then yeah, we'll be starting to get the combine ready, because it's going to be going to work here pretty shortly too. So I'm going to sign off for now, and I'm going to give you a good old tatty bye.